The Senators fight to hang on to second place in the South, while Metro South County looks to move up in the standings and snag a playoff spot as we stand just 6 games away from the postseason. So glad you can join us. Cody Wagner on site from Lorton, Virginia, and boy, does this one have huge stakes. Senators currently would be in the playoffs if they began today, but just a half game ahead of both Metro South County and DC. We're ready to get underway. Parker Edwards on the hill. The first pitch to Mikey Guy. First pitch swinging, lifted high into foul ground. The first baseman Pokarak over, and he won't be able to make the grab. A big switch up for Scott Middleton this evening. Mikey Guy in the leadoff spot. This is the first time he's done so on the campaign, but the decision makes sense considering Guy's very high 388 on base percentage. Kicks and offers. Fouled straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. Parker Edwards getting the start with a 3.96 ERA. Into the line and fires. Swinging in the dirt is Guy. Carter loses the ball for a second throw off line, and Guy will reach first on a drop third strike. Well, a hopeful start to the ball game for Southern Maryland gives way to Nathan Brewer. And boy, has this guy been good. Was an all-star back on Tuesday, batting .353. Edwards sets and deals. Foul back. Senators swinging early. Sun shining on at South County High. The pitch, swing and a miss, runner goes. Throw down won't be in time as Guy's in head first. Head coach Chris Warren will come have a chat with our home plate umpire. Brewer, after the swing, had caught Jaden Carter on the follow-through. Seems like the ruling's going to stand, and it will. No balls and a pair of strikes to number 7. Edwards lets the arm dangle and quickly steps off the bump. Kicks and releases. Lifted out of play from Brewer, staying alive in the battle. Left-handed hitter, 17 RBIs. Up with Mikey Guy in scoring position. Sets and offers. A lively fastball just away. Parker Edwards, a 1-1 record on the campaign. The pitch, foul back to the screen. Thrown 25 innings with just 1 less strikeout, only 13 walks. Has been one of the better starters for the Braves throughout the year. Also hits for this Metro South County team. Lets it fly. Pitch below the zone. Brewer checks his swing. They'll say he held up. Count even 2-2. So glad you can join us on what is really a picturesque evening from South County High School. Some wind blowing from left to right. The 2-2 just below the zone. Rolls down in the dirt off the glove of Carter. Able to keep it in front. Guy stands aboard second. 3-2 count to Brewer. Top of the first inning. Still no outs. Sets and fires. Lifted deep down the right field line and unplayable in foul ground for catcher Halligan. Brewer got a hold of that one. Count full. Edwards sets at the belt, looks back at Guy. The payoff pitch. A wave and a miss. He struck him out. The first punch out of the evening for Parker Edwards. Sets down Brewer, and up comes Carter Groen. Leads the league in home runs with 8, and he has just been wonderful so far this year for Scott Middleton. The sophomore set to attend UConn in the fall. Played at Iona as a freshman. Kicks and fires. Hot shot left side. Labruciano snags it out of the air for out number 2. Ian Kennedy to the box. Stands 6'3", 230, an imposing presence at the plate. 2 away, top of the first. Guy leads off a second. Kicks and deals, a wave and a miss, strike 1. Edwards finding the strike zone early and often. Sets and releases. Guy tried to hold up, rather Kennedy holds up his swing. They'll say he did so in time. A ball and a strike. Parker takes a long look back at second. And Edwards with the 1-1 pitch. Cut and a miss. Strike 2. Kennedy has knocked home 10 runs on the campaign. Kicks and fires. Slow roller right side out of play. Just right of the first base bag. Kennedy stands at the back of the box. The pitch. Lifted straight up and out of play. One, two. A pair gone in the first. A look back at Guy. And the deal. Swings through strike number 3. An efficient first inning for Parker Edwards. Allows just one base runner and leaves him stranded off the drop third strike. Braves bats coming up on the other side. And making the start for your Senators will be Matt Hoover. Back in a moment. back from Lorton as Matt Hoover takes the hill for Southern Maryland. Stands 5'11", 180. Has made 4 starts on the year for Southern Maryland, pitched in a total of 6 games. Last appeared in the All-Star game actually on Tuesday. Before that, it was the start over a week ago on Friday against the Crop Dusters, where he threw a gem, 5 1/3, gave up just 1 earned, struck out 7 batters, and there's a reason he was an all-star. He has been magnificent to begin the year and now late into the season. A 2.63 ERA, 3-1 record, 27 1/3 innings thrown. To lead things off is Jamie Laskowski. The first offering, a lively fastball in on the outer half. Strike 1. Laskowski batting .295 to begin the year. 12 RBIs to his name. Lets it fly. Rope to left center field. That'll drop down in front of Brewer for a base knock. Laskowski gets the game started the right way. Let's give you a rundown of the lineup real quick. It goes Laskowski, Scott out of the University of Dayton, Poker Rock, Halligan from Houston Christian. Caleb Sanders stands 5'10" in the 5-hole. Chris Morabito, Matt Wright, the catcher Jaden Carter, and rounding things out is the third baseman AJ Labruciano. The first pitch in at the knees, strike 1. Hoover out of the stretch, holding Laskowski to first. Looks over before offering. Waved and missed. 0-2. He's got the 3rd highest average on the team, batting .333. Also has worked 13 walks. Quick check on the runner at first. Diving back in safely is Laskowski. Hoover sets and releases. Swung through a mist. He struck him out. The first K of the night for Matt Hoover, and likely many more to come. A prolific strikeout pitcher is Hoover. 28 punch-outs in 27 2/3 innings on the season. Jack Pokerock with his first chance from the plate. The pitch misses up and away, ball 1. Flag waving out in left field. Check on the runner, very close, but just in is Laskowski. Has 5 stolen bases on the year. Kicks and offers. Lifted straight up. Purser Ebers searching for it in the sky. Drops his helmet. Tracks it back into fair play and makes the grab. 2 gone. A good start for Matt Hoover after allowing the leadoff base hit. Catcher Halligan from Houston Christian University hit .250 this season, and his second year with Metro South County. Runner goes, pitches in for a strike. Purser Ebert double clutch, throw is offline, rolls into center field, advancing another 90 feet is Laskowski. He's aboard third base. And a hit from Halligan will drive home Laskowski. No balls and a strike. Sets the belts and fires. Just below the zone, a fastball at the shins of Halligan, who takes. Sets and lets it fly. A wave and a miss. Strike 2. Perhaps Hoover's greatest attribute, doesn't walk too many guys. fills up the zone often. The pitch. Hit right side. Smolinski makes the diving stop throw to first. What a play. Ty Smolinski. Put him on Sports Center. My goodness. That'll bring an end to the end of the first and keep it scoreless from South County High School. Hoover's defense working behind him early. 0-0 it remains from Lorton. We remain scoreless after one. To lead off the second is Nate McHugh, the designated hitter this evening. Switches day on, day off in the catching position with Purser Eber. Is in fact such a good hitter that he gets the start in the DH spot. A wave and a miss at strike one. Hitting .309 on the season. 4 walks, 12 strikeouts. Kicks and lets it fly. High chopper to second. Scott backhands it. Throw to first in time, one away. Edwards allowed just one base runner in the first. That was off the errant throw from Jaden Carter, in which Mikey Guy reached off a drop third strike. Kicks and deals, fouled straight back to the screen. Owen DeShazo in the box was an impressive 2 of 3 with an RBI in the loss on Thursday against Alexandria. Winds and deals. An off-speed pitch. It's at the shins of DeShazo, ball one. The Senators team lost a close one to Alexandria 2-3. The pitch well in the dirt, bounces at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Senators were slated to play 4 games this week. Have played just 2 coming into tonight. Deals the 2-1. Misses away at the belt line of DeShazo. Fires the 3-1, hard on the ground. Scott comes up firing. 2 down. Back-to-back grounders to Zach Scott to begin the inning. In steps Ty Smolinski. Left-handed hitter, standing 6'1". Will attend Kansas State in the fall. The first deal, a called strike on the outer half at the knees. Winds and offers. Broken bat, grounder to second. And yet again, Zach Scott. 3 straight grounders to him. Retires the side. A good start to this ball game for Parker Edwards. 0-0. We head to the bottom of 2. Welcome back for the home half of the second. To lead things off is Caleb Sanders as the right-hander Matt Hoover remains on the hill. Was able to keep Metro South County scoreless after a hit from Laskowski. He reached third off an errant throw from Braden Purser-Eber down to second. Ultimately retired catcher Halligan to bring an end to the inning on an impressive diving stop by Ty Smolinski. First pitch misses at the numbers on the jersey. A ball and no strikes. The offering. Tried to hold up his swing on a pitch just below the zone. They'll say he went around. Count even. Sanders, the .220 average, wasn't in the lineup on Thursday for the Braves. Kicks and deals. Liner right side will get over the head of Smolinski and into right for a base hit. Sanders points back to his dugout. Leadoff knocks to begin both the first and second for the Braves. Matt Hoover has shown throughout the season to be very resilient when he's got base runners on. From the stretch, sets and deals. A wave and a miss at a center cut fastball. Morabito plays at Bucknell where he hit .275. Lets it fly. Sliced to left side and out of play. Morabito in the DH spot this evening. A utility option for Chris Warren. Check on the runner at first. Diving in head first is Sanders. Back safely. Comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Well out in the other batter's box. Ball one. Braves sit just a half game back of your Southern Maryland Senators. The pitch, runner goes. Slapped out of play the opposite way. Hoover peers in at his catcher, Purser-Eber. Comes set at the belt. Throw to Kennedy at first. Sanders back in. Hoover offers. Down in the dirt. Over the plate. Morabito takes 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another check. Sanders back. 6 stolen bases to this point in the campaign. Sets and releases. Lifted high to left field. Into foul ground goes Brewer. Lifts up the mitt and hauls it in for out number 1. First retired batter of the inning for Matt Hoover. Bottom of the second, runner aboard first, Caleb Sanders. In steps Matt Wright. Plays for Ferrum College, where he had a .308 on-base percentage. The pitch below the zone, runner goes. Throw is in time. They nabbed him at second. Sanders trying to catch him off guard. A strike from Purser-Eber has him at second. A ball and no strikes to right. Sets and offers. A liner into the right center field gap. Groen cuts it off. Right on with a 2-out single. And Hoover certainly has allowed a decent amount of hits throughout the season, 35 in just over 28 innings. The pitch misses inside. But to that point, he really doesn't walk many batters, just 6 base on balls. The 1-0. Bounce straight back. Hit off the catcher, Purser Eber, who will take a moment. Home plate umpire will walk the ball out to the starter, Hoover. Head coach Scott Middleton will come chat with Purser Eber, who had dealt with a hand injury about 2 weeks back. Shaking out his wrist at the moment. Sun sets over left field as the American flag whips in the wind in that same direction. The gusts blowing from left to right. Tree line back behind right field and out in center and left is an open field. Check on the runner. Back in is number 16, Matt Wright. Sets and deals. Liner back up the middle, down for a base hit. DeShazo corrals it in center. First and second for the Braves. As I mentioned a moment ago, Hoover not scared to go right after these batters, even if it does mean he's going to surrender some base hits. He really does fill up the zone, and to that point has been just unbelievable for the Senators. Scott Middleton will come out and have a chat with Matt Hoover. The entire infield will join him. Just trying to reset the 5'11" right-hander. Umpire will make his way out. And that will conclude Scott Middleton's chat with Hoover. And it's really no shock that he's been as good as he has for Southern Maryland. A year ago, played for the Muskegon Clippers in the Great Lakes Summer Collegiate League. There he had a 2.89 ERA with a 2-1 record. Very similar story for Southern Maryland. The pitch. Liner left side, right at Mikey Guy in the hot corner, who makes the grab to bring an end to the inning. 3 hits allowed, but none earned, and no cross the plate in the second. Matt Hoover, clean through 2. Back in a moment from South County High. The man handling the catching duties tonight for Southern Maryland gets his first chance at the plate with the bat in his hands. The first offering in at the knees for a strike directly over the plate from Edwards. The wind and the pitch. Misses at the shins of Purser Ebert. Lets it fly. Down in the dirt. Once again over the plate. Off the arm of Edwards. Still yet to surrender a hit to the Senators. The 2-1. Got on a miss. Strike two. Last inning it was 3 straight groundouts. 2-2 offering is inside. At the belt level of Purser Ebert. Count full. The wind and the payoff pitch. Is at the chin of Purser Ebert, an easy take for him. And he'll walk down to first base. A leadoff walk for your Senators. In comes the 9-hitter Mike Sweeney. Has been a real luxury for head coach Scott Middleton due to the simple fact that he's played nearly every position. Pitch, lays down a bunt. An effective one at that, down the first base line. Edwards fields it, flipped to first. Advances Purser Ebert to second base, but they get Sweeney at first. A productive out from Mike Sweeney. Lineup flips over to Mikey Guy. Purser Ebert at second. 1 away in the top of 3. Guy rests the bat along his right shoulder. Looks intently at the pitcher Edwards. The first offering, a called strike on the inner half of the plate. Edwards allows the arm to hang down. Sets at the belts and fires. Cut and a miss. 0-2. Away half of the third. 0-2 count to Guy. 1 away. Runner aboard second in the catcher Purser Ebert. Kicks and offers. In the dirt. An easy take for Guy. Trying to get him with the off speed. To no avail. Sun setting over left field. The pitch. Hit hard down the left field line. That'll get past the diving glove of Labruciano. They're sending Purser Ebert home. He's going to score. Throw gets past Carter. And they'll hold Guy at second. 1-0. Senators, the first to crack the scoring column in Lorton. Top of the third, and the first base hit from your Senators is a big one indeed. A Mikey Guy double has it 1-0. 1 gone in the inning. The pitch down in the dirt and misses away as well. Nathan Brewer struck out swinging his first time up. A look back at second. Guy dancing out there. The pitch lifted high into foul ground along the left side. Flashing the glove is the third baseman Labruciano, and he drops it. A foul ball. Count 1-1. Brewer batting .353 with a new lease on life after the dropped pop fly. 1-1 offering in the dirt. Edwards with a pretty good drop on that change. Sets. Looks back at second and offers. Pop back and unplayable. Brewer rubs his nose before holding the bat with both hands. The pitcher sets. Lets it fly. A fastball below the zone. Count full. Ethan Brewer with an effective plate appearance here. No matter the results, the payoff pitch. Liner to right. Halligan lifts the glove and hauls it in. Advancing to third is Mikey Guy, who tagged up from second. 2 gone in the inning. Guy is just 90 feet away. Carter Groen got a hold of one and sent it right at Labruciano back in the first, who was able to make the grab. Kicks and deals. A wave and miss. It's strike one. Winds and deals. Liner into left field. Scoring is Mikey Guy. Groen has a big round of first, but ultimately stays put with a single. An RBI base knock for Carter Groen makes it 2-0 from South County High. Into the box comes Ian Kennedy, trying to extend the rally for Southern Maryland. The pitch, bounce foul. Struck out his first time up. 13-17 the record for your Senators, 13-18 for the Braves. Check on the runner at first, diving back is 23. Groen has stolen 10 bases on the year. Certainly a threat at first. The 0-1 delivery. At the shins of Kennedy, just below the zone, a ball and a strike. 2 away, and the away half of the third. The pitch. A fastball down and outside. Comes set. Takes a look at first. Releases. Once again below the zone. Carter fumbles it. Groen steals second. Throw is offline and into center field. He stands aboard third safely. And a 3-1 count to Ian Kennedy. And there's been multiple times throughout the season where Carter Groen has done this. The best example was on Sunday, where he just kind of finds a way to manufacture runs himself. The 3-1 is at the chin level of Kennedy. He works a walk. And what began looking like an inauspicious inning for Southern Maryland has quickly proven costly for Metro South County. Runners at the corners, 2-0 the score. The pitch just below the knees to Nate McHugh. An electric fastball from Edwards. Second time around the order, Edwards hasn't quite had the same success as he did the first. He 1-0. Swung through and missed. Strike one. Kicks and lets it fly. A beautiful off-speed pitch in at the knees of McHugh. Pitcher-friendly count for Parker Edwards on the hill. 2-0 the score. First and third. The offering. Called strike 3 at the knees. Fastball from Edwards sets down Nate McHugh to bring an end to the inning, but not before your Senators put 2 on the board. 2-0 the score. Back in a moment from South County. Top of the order for the Braves. Up is Jamie Laskowski, who led off the game with a single back in the first inning. Matt Hoover remains on the bump for Southern Maryland. Has allowed a total of 4 hits to this point, but still no runs have scored from Metro South County. A one-hopper to Smolinski at second, unable to handle it, and it dribbles into right field. A leadoff hit from Laskowski. He's 2 for 2 against the starter Hoover. Scott struck out his first time up. Wiggles the bat above his left shoulder. Lets it fly. A fastball out in the other batter's box. Ball 1. Sun setting out behind left field. Way in the distance. The 1-0 offering. Hit hard left side and remains in the air for a moment. In comes Brewer to haul it in. 1 away. Jack Pokerock into the box with a runner aboard first. 1 out and the home half of 3. The pitch fouled straight back to the screen. A bouncer off the bat of Pokerock. Leads the team in batting average, hitting .358, 20 RBIs and 6 homers. He has been a standout to this point in the year as we near the end of the season. The 1-1 skied foul out into the parking lot back behind the field. Hoover adjusts the cap on his head. Comes set. I'll look at first. The 1-2. An off-speed pitch in the dirt. Over the plate. Pokerock takes. On Monday, Pokerock struck out in 3 of his 4 ABs. That was the meeting with Southern Maryland. Lifts one good, well to left field, and just out of play. A foul ball. Birds being noisy, flying over the field of South County High School. Still a while until the lights are needed, with the sun shining in. Lets it fly. Just below the zone. Pokrack takes. Hoover pitches to contact. Really his MO. The 2-2. Runner goes. Pitch below the zone. Purser-Eber unable to keep it out of the dirt, and so no throw to second. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pokrack with a runner in scoring position. Hoover kicks and deals. Misses in the same location. Down in the dirt, a changeup. And Pokrack works a walk. In comes catcher Halligan, the ground out victim in the first inning. Just the 7th walk on the year for Matt Hoover, a rarity for him. 2 runners aboard for the Braves. 1 away in the bottom of 3. The pitch. A great fastball catches the outer half from Hoover. No balls and a strike. Lets the arm hang. Peers in at the catcher McHugh before setting at the belt. The 0-1 offering. Skied straight back. Well out of play. 0-2. Glad you can join us from Lorton, Virginia at South County High School. American flag at half-mast in left field. The 0-2. Liner right back up the middle. Gets down in front of DeShazo. They'll send a runner home. He's going to score. First and second, and an RBI single from catcher Halligan plates Jamie Laskowski. Looks like they're going to start some action out in the Senators' bullpen. This Braves team has seen Hoover pretty well in the start so far. Up next, Caleb Sanders, the center fielder, singled to begin the second. Purser-Eber returns back to his spot after having a brief talk with Hoover. Curls the glove on his right hip before setting. The pitch. Lifted to shallow right field. Coming on is Groen. And that'll get down a flare in front of him. And bases loaded. First, second, and third for Metro South County, 1 away, and the bottom of the third.
Now batting from Bucknell University, your designated hitter, number 24.
The last 3 batters have reached base for the Braves. Chris Morabito getting another chance at the plate. The .288 hitter flew out to left last inning. Pitch off speed in the dirt. Ball 1. A big third inning for the Senators, being reciprocated on the other side by Metro South County. The 1-0. Morabito has to check his swing and is able to do so. 2 balls, no strikes on a pitch that was outside from Hoover. Sets and releases. Lifted back to a tree in the parking lot. Knocks some leaves off of it. Morabito rests the bat along his left shoulder. The pitch. Got it out of missed. Count even. Hoover trying to get back on track. Leaves the right arm limp. Deals. Called strike 3. An electric fastball on the inner half finds the zone to set down Morabito looking. With the backwards K, all of a sudden 2 gone in the inning. Senators lead it 2-1. Plated a pair of runs in the top half of the inning. Pitch fouled to the screen. 3 singles in the bottom of the third for the Braves. Has ultimately only scored 1. Offers the 0-1. Hit foul. Hoover peers in at his catcher, Purser Aber. Sets and fires. Lifted down the right field line, but unplayable for the right fielder Groen. No balls, 2 strikes. A big strikeout a moment ago of Chris Morabito. The pitch. Waved at and missed. He strikes out the last 2 in the inning. Huge from Matt Hoover. He surrenders just 1 run. Lead in favor of Southern Maryland. 2-1. Back in a moment from South County High. Owen DeShazo to lead off the inning for Southern Maryland. Waves and misses at strike 1. Remaining in the game is the starter, Parker Edwards. The pitch just below the knees. Count even. Edwards allowed the 2 runs to score in the top of 3. The 1-1 offering. Cut and a miss. Strike 2. Edwards working very fast on the mound. Lets it fly. Swung through a miss. He struck him out. 1 away in the top of 4. Two to 1 the score from South County High. Sun setting out behind left field. Trees line right, and behind left and center field is an open field. Skied in to shallow left. Back is the shortstop, Laskowski, to make the grab and retire Smolinski on 1 pitch. An efficient start to the inning for Parker Edwards brings up Braden Purser-Eber. Walked in the third. Kicks and offers. Center cut fastball to begin the at-bat. Strike one. Edwards not wasting any time after a prolonged third inning. The pitch below the knees. Purser-Eber takes a ball and a strike. 1-1. Cut and misses. Winds and deals. Lifted out of play and up towards the lights along the first base side. Lets it fly. Line drive down the first base line and just foul. Purser-Eber thought he may have kept it fair. That not the indication by the first base umpire. A ball and 2 strikes. Edwards delivers. Swings and misses. And that'll bring an end to the inning. Parker Edwards able to get out of things fast in the fourth. 2-1, Senators lead it from South County High. Back in a moment. Home half of 4 due up for Metro South County as the 8-hole hitter Jaden Carter, who singled in the second inning, handling the catching duties this evening for the Braves. Six left stranded to this point for the Braves. 3 last inning. We're able to plate 1. Score is 3-1 from South County High School. Hoover kicks and deals. Roller to third. Hits off the leg of Guy and rolls on the ground. Jaden Carter reaches first. Off the mishandling from Mikey Guy to begin the inning. To the box, A.J. Labruciano with the runner aboard first. Bottom of 4. To my point a moment ago, Hoover has allowed a number of base runners, but they really haven't had much effect on the scoreboard. First pitch misses below the zone. Snap throw down to first after the pitch. Carter has to dive back, but in safe. Sun getting low in the sky. The 1-0. Lined left side and through the hole. Rolls to Brewer and left. First and second all of a sudden for Metro South County. They've got something rolling in the fourth as the lights begin to get warm with the sun quickly going down. Action out in the Senators' pen. No outs in the bottom of 4. The pitch, Laskowski takes well below the zone. 2 for 2 so far. Singled both times up. Hoover peers in at his catcher, Perce Reber, sets and delivers. Lifted the opposite way, foul from the left-handed hitting Laskowski. A ball and a strike. Wind has died down. Hoover releases. Flared to shallow left. Back is the shortstop, Sweeney. Catch made for out number 1. A huge first out for Hoover. In steps Zach Scott. His third plate appearance tonight. .333 batter coming into the ball game. Hoover fires. Bounced off of home plate. They're going to rule it a fair ball. Throw to first. Will set down Scott. 2 gone. Scott thought that maybe it was ruled a foul ball. None such call coming. 2 out. Home half of 4. 2-1 your score. Second and third for Jack Pokerock. Reached on a walk last inning. Popped straight up in the first. A beautiful fastball at the knees to begin the count. Strike 1. On Monday, Pokerock struck out in 3 of his 4 ABs against the Senators. The 0-1 offering. Liner deep to center field. Back on the track is DeShazo. He hauls it in to bring an end to the inning. Hoover still has allowed just the 1 run. Leaves 2 stranded in the fourth. 2-1 remains your score from South County High. Back in a moment. You're listening to Senators Baseball. Parker Edwards remains on the hill after a quick fourth inning from him. Home half of 5, rather away half of 5 from South County High. In steps Mike Sweeney to lead off the inning, your 9-hole hitter for the Senators. The pitch. And at the knees, catches the inner half of the zone. Edwards surrendered the 2 runs back in the third. Kicks and deals. A strike once again just above the knee line of Sweeney. Releases the 0-2. An off-speed pitch down in the zone. Missing downstairs. The pitch. A slider that twists away. Count even to Sweeney. The 2-2. Punch the opposite way and down for a base hit in front of Halligan in right. A leadoff knock from Mike Sweeney, and the Senators dugout loving it. Mikey Guy had a big RBI double in the third inning. Sweeney at first base, no outs in the top of 5. Check on the runner at first. Back standing is Sweeney. Sun has set down behind the clouds out and left. Lights coming on at South County High. The pitch misses downstairs. A ball and no strikes. Guy rests the bat along the right shoulder. A look at the runner and fires. Hard hit back up the middle. Goes careening off the foot of Edwards, who has to chase it out. Flips to first. Guy is safe. The hustle from Mikey Guy. And 2 runners to begin the inning for Southern Maryland. Next to the plate is Nathan Brewer. An 0-for-2 day to this point, but has been one of the most consistent options day in and day out for Scout Middleton. And boy, has he been wonderful as of late. Coming into tonight, reached base in 9 of his last 12 plate appearances. First pitch he sees is a changeup at the belts, but in the other batter's box, a ball. Edwards toes the rubber smack dab in the center. Looks back at Sweeney, the 1-0. A fastball in the dirt. Carter keeps it in front. On Sunday versus Silver Spring, Brewer drove in 3 runs on as many base hits. The 2-0. Gets a piece of it and rolls it foul towards the third base dugout of Metro South County. Readjusts the helmet on his head before stepping back in with the blue shin guard on his right leg. Wiggles the bat above his shoulder. Slow roller, left side. Charging it as the shortstop Laskowski throw to first. In time, 1 gone. A bang-bang play at first. Second and third for your Senators. Away half of the 5th inning. 2-1 the score. Infield in for the Braves. The pitch. Center cut fastball to begin the AB to Groen. The entire infield is grass except for the dirt patches around first, second, third home in the pitcher's mound. The 1-0 bounces before the plate. Carter, it bounces off his chest pad and stays in front. A ball and a strike. Groen had the RBI single last time he was up. would love to do so again. The 1-1 offering. Bounce back. Edwards in some trouble. 5th inning from South County High. Lets it fly. Swings and misses in the dirt. Carter lays on the tag. 2 down. Into the box, Ian Kennedy. Worked a walk in the 3rd. A dangerous batter. Stands 6'3", 230. Crushes one deep to center field. That one ain't coming back. Ian Kennedy with a 3-run jack to put the Senators on top by 4. How about that? A big moment in this one for Southern Maryland, as Ian Kennedy picks up his guys, Sweeney and Guy. 5-1 your score. A huge moment for your Senators. The first pitch to McHugh, lifted down the right field line and out of play. Ian Kennedy absolutely blasted that one. Straight out to center field over that 360 sign. The 0-1 just below the knees. A ball on a strike. Winds and delivers. A foul tip into Carter's glove. The wind, the pitch. Lifted to left field, diving, and unable to come up with the catch is Matt Wright. McHugh rounds first and pulls into second with a 2-out double. And the rally isn't stopping there. 5-1, Senators. Top of 5 from South County. 2 away in the inning. Owen DeShazo up. Grounded out in the 2nd. Struck out last inning. Gets a hit nearly every 3rd at bat. The pitch. Cut and a miss. Strike 1. Played 2 seasons with the Pulaski River Turtles in the Appalachian League. Edwards lets his arm hang before coming set. The offering, same location, at the knees. DeShazo takes this time, no balls and 2 strikes. Hit 280 his first year with Pulaski. The offering, inside a ball at the knee level of number 12. Stands 6'6", the tallest player on the Senator squad. Offers in the dirt. DeShazo holds his swing back, as ruled by our first base umpire. Count even, 2-2. 2 away, and the away half of 5. Smolinski in the on-deck circle. I'll look back at second. Delivers. Bounced to the 3rd base dugout of the Braves. DeShazo resets out of the box. Takes a deep breath as he stares down his bat. The vertical stance of DeShazo. Edwards lets it fly. Down below the zone. Count full. Pitch count of Edwards starting to get up there. The offering. Swings through and misses for strike 3. 5-1. Senators lead it off a 3-run homer from Ian Kennedy that puts them further in the lead. Back in a moment from Lorton, Virginia. Matt Hoover back out on the bump. Is through 4, giving up just the 1 run in the 3rd inning. Metro South County left 2 on last inning. The first pitch, a wave and a miss at a center cut fastball. 8 runners stranded from the Braves to this point, and Hoover has been super efficient from the stretch so far in the game. Got on a miss for strike 2. Kicks and offers. Down and away in the dirt from Hoover. Bottom of the 5th inning. 5-1 your score. Senators in the lead. Sun making the sky a beautiful red and orange. Swung through and missed. First strike, number 3. The first punch out of the inning for Matt Hoover on the first batter he faces, 4th of the night. Up comes Caleb Sanders with 2 singles thus far. Sanders has had a great night to this point. The wind, the pitch. Slow on the ground, left side. Guy makes a diving stop. Throw across the diamond. 2 gone. Well, a great start to the inning for Matt Hoover. A runner has reached every inning to this point. Hoover trying to change that in the home half of the 5th. In the box steps Chris Morabito, went down looking back in the 3rd. Flew out to left in the 2nd. The pitch. Fouled hard back to the screen. Winds and fires. Fouled back to the same spot by Morabito. Will be huge if Hoover can go 1, 2, 3. The 0-2. Liner right side. Smolinski takes it off of 2 bounces. On the forehand side, throw to first. Will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 they go for Matt Hoover, who's feeling good from South County High. Back in a moment from Lorton, Virginia. Pitching change for Metro South County in the form of Luke Pietrandrea. Has made just 3 appearances on the bump to this point in the year for the Braves. Last appearance he made gave up 3 earned against the Crop Dusters last Sunday. Senators looking good tonight, and it has been well needed after the heartbreaking loss on Thursday where the Aces came up with the walk-off win. Senators have been wonderful this evening. First pitch, bounce foul. Pietrandrea has thrown just 3 innings. Will add 3 walks, 4 punch-outs, a 15 ERA, 0-1 record. The loss came against the Crop Dusters. The 0-1. Below the zone at the shins of Smolinski. Has flown out and grounded out. Has really seemed to develop throughout the summer, has Smolinski. Striking out much less. Gotten a miss. Strike 2. Just finished up his time in high school, so well-needed collegial level experience for him. The pitch, slow roller to short. Will be a bang-bang play at first. Pokrak mishandles the throw from Laskowski, and in safely is Ty Smolinski. Hands it off to Braden Purser-Eber, who walked in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th. Righty on lefty matchup against the new arm Pietrandrea. Has a less than ideal start to his night. The pitch. Up and away in the other batter's box. A ball. Last time Purser-Eber played was on Monday, where he was hitless in 4 ABs, walked once. Lets it fly. Got on and missed. Sun has all but set. Not much light coming anymore. Lights on at South County High School. Got on and missed for strike 2. Some light just peeking over the clouds that well cover that sun. Pietrandrea comes set along the first base side of the rubber and throws over to first, checking on Smolinski, who's standing back safely. Kicks and offers. Foul back, bounce to the screen. Purser-Eber battling at the plate. Certainly not an easy guy to strike out. Will make you have to work for it. The 1-2, runner goes. Pitch misses up. Throw to second. Won't be in time. They rule him safe. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Purser-Eber as Ty Smolinski steals his 4th base on the season. Not the most prolific stealing option for Scott Middleton, but able to swipe a bag in a big moment here. 5-1, Senators lead it with a runner in scoring position. The 2-2 hit hard down the left field line, just outside the third base bag. Foul. Count even to Purser-Eber. Edwards threw 5 innings tonight, giving up the 5 earned. Smolinski off of second. The pitch. Roller to third. Labruciano throws across the diamond. One gone.
Up next for the Senators. Shortstop number 5, Mike Sweeney.
Back to the plate for his third try, Mike Sweeney. Singled to begin the rally in the fifth, which was climaxed with an Ian Kennedy 3-run homer. First pitch he sees is at the shins, a fastball, which misses down. Holds the bat high up above his shoulder. Sets and fires. Runner goes. Pitch is outside. Throw is well in time. Labruciano applies the tag. 2 down. Smolinski was absolutely dead to rights. A great throw from Jaden Carter. Score remains 5-1 in favor of Southern Maryland. Away half of the 6th. Glad you can join us from South County High. Into the wind, the 2-0. Fastball right at the knees. Bottom half of the zone is found from Pietrangelo. The pitch. Line to the screen. Count even to Sweeney. A 1-for-2 day to this point. Kicks and lets it fly. Gets a piece of it on a check swing. Senators dugout loving the work from number 5. Lights shine bright down on the South County High field. The 2-2. The Uncle Charlie misses below the zone. A lot of movement on it from Pietrangelo. A good job laying off from Sweeney. The payoff pitch. Checks his swing and bounces it off a home plate. Ball comes back up and hits him in the hand. Sweeney with a heck of an at-bat thus far. Winds and fires. Down at the feet of Sweeney for ball 4. A 9-pitch walk from Mike Sweeney brings up Mikey Guy. Top of the order. And boy, has this change worked out for Scott Middleton. He's reached all 3 times up out of the leadoff spot this evening. A single and a double reach on an air back in the first. Swings at the first pitch. It's just above the dirt. Nice changeup from Pietrangelo to begin the count. Comes set. The offering. Skied straight up. Will stay in the infield. Pokerock over. Gloves it to bring an end to the inning. Senators leave one stranded. 5-1 your score in favor of Southern Maryland. Bottom of the 6th coming up. Well, seemingly getting stronger as he goes along is Matt Hoover. Went 1-2-3 for the first time tonight in the fifth. Has left a total of 8 base runners stranded. And that's been the problem tonight for Metro South County, who has put up just 1 run. 5 on the side of Southern Maryland. To lead off the inning is Matt Wright. The pitch below the knees. Checks his swing. They'll say he held up. Hoover recently is pretty acclimated to these longer starts. The pitch down in the dirt. 2-0. Has not thrown under 5 innings in his last 4 outings. Threw 5 1/3 in the win over the Crop Dusters last Friday. Lets it fly. Tries to check his swing. They'll say Wright went around. Singled in the second. Struck out in the third. Winds and offers. Bounce straight back. A 3-1 record on the season for Matt Hoover. The 2-2. Fouled back behind the stadium into the parking lot. Kicks and releases. Bouncer to third. Guy gloves it on the backhand side. Throw across the diamond. 1 gone. Hoover begins the 6th how he ended the 5th, inducing a ground ball for an out. To the 8 hole we go, and Jaden Carter reaching both times he's been up. Has done the catching duties tonight. First pitch he sees, he fouls down the first base side. Kennedy in foul territory and makes the grab along the fence. What a catch! Had to track it a long ways. 2 away in the inning. And this has just been magnificent stuff for Matt Hoover as of recent. The pitch just below the knees. Ball 1. An electric fastball off the arm of Hoover. Bruciano tries to continue a 1-for-2 day. Releases at the lettering of LeBruciano across his chest. The 2-0. Misses in the same spot the first one did. 3 balls, no strikes. Kicks and delivers. At the chin for ball 4. 4-pitch walk for LeBruciano. Lineup card flips over for Metro South County, and in steps Jamie Laskowski. Last time these teams met, he was 2 of 5 with an RBI. Sets and deals. At the shins of Laskowski, down below the zone. Hoover readjusts the cap on his head before coming set and home with the 1-0. Skied into foul ground. Mikey Guy over. The shortstop Sweeney calls him off. Has to drift over back into fair territory and can't haul it in. Drops down a foul ball. And Laskowski given a second life. Guy was the first one over to the ball in foul ground. Sweeney called him off. Seemed like he had a better angle on it. The 1-1. In the dirt gets past Purser Eber, and advancing 90 feet is A.J. LeBruciano. 2 gone in the home half of the 6th inning. So glad you can join us. You're listening to Senators Baseball from South County High. Hoover kicks and offers. Fouled. A liner back to the screen. Zach Scott stands in the on-deck circle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Laskovsky with 2 singles in the ballgame. The pitch. Line drive to right in front of Groen. They'll send the runner home. He's firing home. That's would have been in time, but Percereber unable to handle the throw. Had skipped up to his chest and just unable to keep it in his glove. Advancing on the throw is Jamie Laskovsky, who knocks home a run. Despite the result not quite being there, heck of a throw from Carter Groen out in right field. 5-1 the score. 5-2 rather. Off the run from Metro South County. In steps Zach Scott. First pitch. Up and outside. Hoover out of the stretch with Laskovsky leading off a second. Scott comes in on an 0-for-3 day. The 1-0 slapped the opposite way over the screen, foul. Lefty on righty matchup. Sets to the belt. Releases. Slow roller to Kennedy at first. First base umpire will call it foul. Says it hit off the foot of Zach Scott. Pitcher-friendly count for Hoover. Scott stretches the bat out above his head. Hoover leaves his arm limp. Now sets. Delivers. Lifted high. Left side foul territory. Guy over, but unplayable. Scott trying to extend the inning. Just 2 runs to this point for the Braves. Hoover has pitched a gem thus far. The offering, a wave and a miss. Matt Hoover surrenders just 1 in the 6th. Senators lead it 5-2. Nathan Brewer to lead off the 7th. An 0-for-3 ball game to this point, trying to get back on track to where he's been. Has reached in 9 of his last 12 coming in tonight. First pitch misses below the knees. Kicks and fires. A wave and a miss. Count even. New pitcher into the ball game for Metro South County. That's number 47, Logan Tapman. Has made 3 appearances. The offering down in the dirt. 2-1. 13.5 ERA for Tapman. Has thrown just 3 1/3. The deal. Low and away. Hitter-friendly count for Nathan Brewer. Winds and fires. Lifted high down the third base line. Out of play. Brewer steps out of the box. Readjusts his helmet. Lights shine bright at South County High. Count full to number 7. Tapman winds in the payoff pitch. A wave and a miss down in the dirt, strike 3. Second time Brewer's gone down on strikes tonight. Carter Groen with his 4th trip up. Singled and drove in a run in the 3rd. 5-2, Senators lead it. 1 out in the away half of 7. First pitch, Groen tried to hold up. They'll say he went around. Tapman last pitched on July 6th, a week ago, against the Alexandria Aces. Gave up 2 earned in just 2/3 of an inning. Though one is well below the zone. Southern Maryland has built out a pretty comfortable lead in this one. The 1-1 offering, a liner left side, and just foul. Would have been real trouble down the line if it stayed fair. Groen batting .333. Reached on balls a pair of times last time out against Alexandria. Lets it fly. Bounces before home plate. 2-2. The wind and the pitch. Misses in the same spot downstairs. This time right at the shins of Groen. Points his bat out towards center field before wiggling it up above his right shoulder. The payoff pitch, slow roller left side. Getting over and fielding it is Laskowski. Throw to first in time. 2 down. Back up Ian Kennedy. Last at-bat was huge for his confidence. Launched one over the center field fence. 3-run homer. First pitch he sees is just outside for ball 1. Kennedy, a 1-for-2 night. Kicks and fires. A change just above the knees of Kennedy. Top of 7 from South County High School. The pitch. Downstairs, a fastball. Two out, no runners on for Southern Maryland. The 2-1 pitch. Got on and missed. Down even to number 42. This just the third game of what was supposed to be 5 to this point in the week for Southern Maryland. The offering. Below the zone, a nice changeup from Logan Tapman that Kennedy spits on. They had the game against the Crop Dusters, moved back to a doubleheader on July 17th, and also the game yesterday moved back to the 16th. Bouncer left side gets through the hole. And Ian Kennedy, base hit. Boy, has he been good today. And an encouraging sign, especially after striking out his first time up. 2 for 3, along with a walk for Ian Kennedy. Has been a big part of the 5-2 lead for Southern Maryland. And the change in the Southern Maryland lineup, in steps Kai Queen. First pitch to him. Inside at the belt, a ball. Queen hitting .245 on the campaign. The hometown kid, Waldorf, Maryland native. The 1-0 offering. Smacked into center field. On comes Sanders. Puts up the glove and hauls it in to retire the side. 5-2, Senators. Back from Lorton, Virginia. Leading off the home half of 7 is Jack Pokerock. Trying to erase an 0 for 2 night. Walked in the third. New pitcher for your Senators is Davis Rivers. Red from the sun lighting up the night sky. First pitch is at the belly button of Pokerock for strike 1. Rivers sets and fires. Liner, dead center field. DeShazo lifts up the glove, barely has to move a step, hauls it in for out number 1. Rivers retires the first batter he faces. A 3.31 ERA on the year, has made 8 appearances for Southern Maryland. Last pitched against the T-Bolts. That was on Sunday, where he allowed 3 runs across 3 innings. His only start on the campaign. Pitch to Halligan just below the knees, ball 1. Rivers back in his traditional relief role this evening. Lets it fly. Popped out of play, straight back into the parking lot located behind the field. Dark clouds out and left. Sets at the numbers and the pitch outside. Two and 1 count to catcher Halligan. A dangerous bat who drove in a run with a single in the 3rd. 2-1. Caught on and missed. Davis Rivers was a participant in that All-Star game, so they go from Hoover to Rivers, both participants in that ball game. Kicks and delivers. Lifted deep to right center field. Over is DeShazo. Makes the grab, 2 down. Well, 2 flyouts to begin the inning to Owen DeShazo. Brings up Caleb Sanders, who singled twice to begin his night. Rivers will work out of the stretch even with none on. Sets at the lettering across his chest and deals. Waved at and missed, strike 1. Rivers finding the zone early and often out of the bullpen. Five to 2 the score in favor of the Senators. Kicks and deals. Squares to bunt, lays it down, but in foul ground. Two balls, 2 strikes. Rather, no balls and 2 strikes. Apologies. Rivers kicks and releases. Called strike 3. Sets him down, looking to bring an end to an efficient 7th inning from Davis Rivers. 5-2. Senators rolling from South County High. Back in a moment. Red lights up the bottom of the night sky back behind left field as the moon rises over home plate. In steps Owen DeShazo to lead off the away half of 8. 0 for 3 so far in the ballgame, has struck out a pair of times. First pitch he sees at the belt, but inside a ball. The tallest player on the Senators ball club stands 6'6". 5-2 your score. The offering. Down in the dirt. In the game remains number 47, Logan Tapman. Allowed just one runner last inning, a curveball, which is at the chin of DeShazo. Tapman finds himself down in the count. Winds and the pitch. A lively fastball that catches the bottom half of the zone. 3 balls and a strike. DeShazo readjusts the helmet on his head. Lets it fly, bounced foul left side. Tapman grabs a clump of dirt before stepping out onto the hill. Wiggles the glove in his hand. The 3-1 offering. Called strike 3 at the knees. And he sets down DeShazo looking. To the 7th spot we go, and Ty Smolinski reached on a single in the 6th. And Tapman has had a great outing to this point. Gave up the 1 hit in the 7th. Pitch misses away. Kicks and deals. Outside yet again. Hitter-friendly count for Smolinski. Takes a deep look at his bat. The offering. At the knees, but just inside to Smolinski. Was able to get out of a tough spot against DeShazo. Can he do so once again? Pitch slapped foul the opposite way from the left-handed hitting Ty Smolinski. Tapman stretches out his arm. Retucks in his jersey. Peers in at his catcher Carter. The pitch lifted back. Smolinski right on it. Count full. A game that has been controlled by Southern Maryland throughout, largely due to a 3-run blast from Ian Kennedy. The payoff pitch is just below the knees. Ty Smolinski spits on it and works a walk. The catcher, Braden Purser-Ebert, rests his back foot along the white line, which has become faded throughout the ballgame. The offering. Off-speed pitch that doesn't break back into the zone. Stays up at the lettering of the jersey of Purser-Ebert. A 1-0 pitch. That time, the curve drops in at the belt of the batter. Count 1-1. 1 away, top of 8. Runner aboard first in Smolinski. The pitch. An electric fastball center cut. 1-2. Chapman approves of the pitch thrown down by his catcher. The offering, foul tip, straight back at Carter. Home plate umpire will give him a moment to reset as he hands Chapman a new ball. 1-2, the count. One gone, top of 8. Senators have looked great recently. Winners in 2 of their last 3. And it was a close 3-2 loss at the hands of Alexandria back on Thursday. The pitch gets a piece of it. Foul back. 1-2. Grabs some dirt in his hand before releasing it back to the ground, does Chapman. Lets his arm hang. Sets at the lettering across his chest. The offering. Skied into shallow center. On comes Sanders. Catch made. 2 gone. Mike Sweeney with another chance. 1 for 2 so far. Walked in the 6th. Comes up with Smolinski on first base. 2 gone in the 8th. 5-2, Senators lead it. First pitch. Change at the belt level of Sweeney. Right over the heart of the plate. 0-1. Lets it fly. Bounced off of home plate. Foul. Chapman ahead of the batter, Sweeney. Stands 6'2", 210. Has made 3 appearances on the year. This his best so far. Still yet to give up a run. Sets and offers. A big fastball at the chin of Sweeney, who takes it. Kicks and releases. Off speed pitch, down in the dirt, well inside. Chapman resets back behind the hill before stepping onto the mound. Look at first, the 2-2. Twists into the zone for strike number 3. A beautiful breaking pitch brings an end to the inning from Chapman, who sets Sweeney down looking. 47 leaves one stranded and gets out of the inning. Logan Chapman throws 2 clean in the 7th and 8th. Braves bats coming up. 5-2 your score from South County out. Home half of the eighth from South County High. 5-2 your score in favor of the Senators. To lead off the inning is Chris Morabito, trying to erase an 0 for 3 day in the DH spot. Davis Rivers remains on the hill after a clean 7th inning. Went 1-2-3. First pitch bounced back to the screen. Struck out Caleb Sanders looking to end the 7th. Sets and fires. An off-speed pitch out in the other batter's box, a ball. Morabito rests the bat along his left shoulder. 1-1 pitch. Flared out to shallow right field. That'll get down in front of Groen for a base knock, who corrals it and throws it to the cutoff man, Smolinski. A leadoff single from Chris Morabito gets things going in the 8th. You can't let Rivers get into too much of a groove, because when he does so, he can really retire him quick. The pitch. Just inside at the belt level of Matt Wright. Runner aboard first. Bottom of 8. 5-2 your score. No outs. The 1-0. Wave and a miss. Strike 1. Last time Rivers pitched was on Tuesday in the All-Star game. Didn't allow a run. Gave up 1 hit. Struck out 2. Sets. Lets it fly. Got on a missed. Runner advancing to second as it careens off the glove of Purser Ebert. And over near that Braves dugout it goes. Morabito advances 90 feet. Man in scoring position for Matt Wright. Leaves the right arm behind his back before coming set. And deals. Swings through it for strike number 3. The second punch out of the ballgame for Davis Rivers. A win tonight goes a huge way for Southern Maryland. The Grays lost earlier tonight. A win would put Southern Maryland firmly in second place, a game and a half both ahead of the Braves and the Grays. Just 5 outs away stand your Senators. First pitch to Jaden Carter is at the belt buckle but outside. 1-0. Singled his first time to the plate. Rivers curls the glove in his left hip. Comes set at the numbers and fires. Got some misses. A ball and a strike. Runner aboard second is Morabito. Reached on the leadoff single. Home half of the 8th inning. The pitch. 4-seamer. Misses away. Purser Ebert had to go sliding out of his stance for that one. A look back at second, kicks and releases. Fastball just above the zone. Lights shine down on South County High School. A beautiful night for baseball. Since that sun has gone down, it has significantly cooled off. The 3-1. In at the knees. Catching the bottom half of the zone. Count full. Rivers, the payoff pitch. Lifted back to the screen. Braves dugout loves the work from number 2. Reaching twice to this point has Carter. With a runner in scoring position. He offers. Outside for ball 4. Scott Middleton will come have a chat with Davis Rivers, and we'll step aside and be right back with you from South County. 5-2, the score in favor of Southern Maryland. First and second for the Braves. Well, a quick chat with Rivers, and manager Scott Middleton heads right back to the dugout. First pitch inside to Labruciano. First and second for the Braves. 5-2. Senators in control. Lets it fly. Inside yet again. Rivers nods his head in approval. The 2-0. Called strike. Catches the inner part of the zone. Sets at the lettering across his chest, and the 2-1. Skied. Foul. Out of play down the right field line from Labruciano. He's batting just 145 on the year. Singled in the 4th. And the pitch. A fastball in. Another full count. Action out in the Senators' bullpen. As induced by Scott Middleton. The payoff pitch just below the knees for ball 4. Labruciano works by a walk and loads the bases. Pinch runner into the game for A.J. Labruciano is number 29, Nolan Book. And the batter to the plate, Jamie Laskowski, back to the top of the order. Bases loaded for Metro South County. Into the box steps Jamie Laskowski, trying to continue what's been a 3-for-4 ball game. Had an RBI single back in the 6th. The left-handed batter steps in. The pitch. Bouncer to first. Kennedy steps on the bag, and that's all he'll get. A run scores. And the ground out from Laskovsky scores one, 5-3. Senators lead it by 2. Runners on second and third from the Braves. Zach Scott, the next due up. And they'll make a change yet again. Jaden Cholera into the ballgame for Zach Scott.
Now batting for the Braves, number 32, Jaden Calora.
Jaden Calora batting .274 on the year. 17 RBIs, 2 ducks on the pond. First pitch is just away. A tense moment in this ball game. 5-3 Senators. Home half of the 8th inning. The 1-0 pitch. Fouled back to the screen. Matt Hoover had a solid start for Southern Maryland, pitching 6 innings, giving up just the 2 earned. Allowed 9 hits. Ultimately worked out of a lot of trouble. Left a total of 9 base runners stranded. Rivers trying to make it 2 more as he missed outside with the 1-1. The 2-1. Popped out of play. Rivers nods in approval off the request of Percereber and lets it fly. Outside, count full. Middleton with a man ready out in the pen. Have a feeling that this pitch will have a lot to do with the decision from the manager. Sets and releases. Grounder right side. Smolinski goes diving in the hole. He makes the stop. Kennedy gets back to first. And Ty Smolinski has been wonderful tonight in the field and gets him out of the inning. 5-3 remains the score. Senators rolling. Back in a moment from Metro South County, the lead 2 for the Senators. They'll try to extend it in the ninth. New pitcher into the ball game for Metro South County as Bryce Mitchell just finished up his time in high school, set to attend Bucknell University in the fall. Has made 6 appearances to this point. First pitch, in for a strike to the leadoff hitter, Mikey Guy. 2 for 4 on the ball game, doubled in the third, singled back in the 5th. Comes set and deals. Lifted to shallow right. Coming on is Halligan. Flashes the glove. Hauls it in for out number 1. Nathan Brewer trying to erase an 0 for 4 day. A rarity for him, who is one of the most consistent guys in this Scott Middleton lineup. Mitchell releases. A beautiful change in at the knees of Brewer, strike 1. Mitchell has pitched in 6 games, throwing a total of 9 innings, 1-0 record. Fires, lively fastball, just down. Grabs a clump of dirt before releasing it back to the ground. Peers in his catcher, leaned over, arm dangling. Kicks and offers. Pitch down in the dirt. Brewer tried to hold up his swing. They'll say he was able to do so. Manager Chris Warren of the Braves disappointed with the call. The 2-1. Cut and a miss. Logan Tribble standing in the on-deck circle will come into the ball game for Carter Groen. The 2-2 offering. Bouncer to first. Pokerock fields it. Tosses to Mitchell, who covers first. 2 away. Well, as I had said, Logan Tribble will take his first hacks tonight, batting .268. The first pitch he sees, hard roller to short. Laskowski misplays it, throw is offline, and Tribble in safely. Ball took a bad bounce off of the grass and hit up on the chest of Laskowski. Had to rush the throw, and Tribble reaches. Runner on first for Ian Kennedy. Had a 3-run homer in the 5th. First offering is inside at the knee level of Kennedy. 5-3 the score, 2 gone, and the away half of 9. Sets and offers. Got on and missed. 1-1. Kennedy readjusts the batting gloves. White and black they are. Check on the runner. Diving back in head first is Tribble. Mitchell lets the arm hang and sets the offering. Slow bouncer to short. The backhand from Laskowski and throw to first will be in time to retire the side. Senators leave one stranded in the form of Logan Tribble. Back on to close out the game is Davis Rivers. Senators lead it 5-3 from South County High School. You're listening to Southern Maryland Baseball. Keep it here. Home half of the ninth. The mission obvious for Metro South County. Down 2 runs. Senators trying to solidify their spot in the South Division. First pitch in at the knees from Davis Rivers, who's in his 3rd inning of work. Heard Scott Middleton speaking out to the bullpen. The first runner Rivers gives up. That will likely be his night. Poker Rock skies one out into the parking lot. Sets at the lettering across his chest. The 0-2 pitch. Bounced off of home plate and foul. Poker Rock 0 for 3 on the night. Walked in the 3rd inning. Rivers trying to close out this ball game for your Senators. They try to make it 3 out of their last 4. Lets it fly. Misses on the outer edge. Rolls off the glove of Purser Ebert. A ball and 2 strikes. Rivers kicks and delivers. Foul back. Poker Rock stays alive at the dish. Bottom of 9 in Lorton, Virginia. So glad you can join us on what has been a beautiful Saturday evening. The 1-2 deal. Skied straight to center field. DeShazo moving back. Flashes the leather and hauls it in for out number 1. Rivers starts the 9th the same way he did the 7th with a fly out from Jack Poker Rock. Up comes catcher Halligan. Righty on lefty matchup. Rivers leaves the ball behind his arm in his right hand before he sets and deals. At the numbers and in the other batter's box for ball 1. Kicks and delivers. Sky high, but unplayable. Back behind the stands. A ball on a strike as Rivers wipes some sweat off of his forehead. Peers in at Purser Ebert, who gives signs along his body. Releases. Hits it straight back to the screen. A ball and 2 strikes. Rivers firing on all cylinders in the 9th. Consistently finding the zone. Really filling it up at the moment. And offers. Foul back. Hit off the hand of Purser Ebert as our home plate umpire walks the ball out to Rivers to give him some time to recover. A ball and 2 strikes, bottom of the 9th. 5-3 score. Senators lead it from South County High. 1 gone in the inning. And we are once again ready to commence. 1-2 deal. Gets a piece of it and lines it off. Foul. This ball game has really been all Senators. They went up 2-1, and then a 3-run home run from Ian Kennedy. The pitch, slow roller to second. Smolinski gloves it on the forehand side. Throw onto the bag at first is in time. 2 down. Caleb Sanders, a 2-for-4 game, and trying to extend it in the 9th. Rivers will try to shut things down. Has been wonderful this inning. First pitch. A lively fastball on the inner half, misses. Moon rising higher in the sky. Back over home plate. Pitch fouled straight back to the screen. A ball and a strike. Rivers trying to get the save. The 1-1 offering will run in and hit Sanders, who wears it on the left shoulder. In comes Chris Morabito as the tying run. Scott Middleton will make the walk out to the mound, and that'll be it for Davis Rivers. Ultimately, 2 2/3 from him. Surrenders just the 1 run. Can't officially close the book on him yet, as Caleb Sanders is a run attached to his name. But the new pitcher will be Ty Harris, back in a moment from Lorton. 5-3, Senators lead it. Bottom of the 9th inning. Braves with a runner aboard first. 2 gone. Senators are just 1 out from victory, and standing in the way is Sean Pokerock. Coming in for Chris Morabito in the DH spot. Pokerock in with a man leading off of first in Caleb Sanders.
Lynchburg University, number 42, Sean Pokerock.
Ty Harris, the new pitcher, into the ballgame for Scott Middleton. Has made 9 appearances. The first pitch misses below the zone. Harris has walked just 10 batters across 14 innings on the season. Sets, looks over at first, and deals. A fastball in at the knees, over the heart of the plate, strike 1. 2 gone in the home half of the 9th inning. Ty Harris trying to make the save. Releases. In the dirt, gets away from Purser Eber, and advancing is Caleb Sanders. He moves into scoring position. Harris needing just 1 out is the man that Middleton calls upon in the 9th. Came into the game for Davis Rivers, who threw 2 2/3 in relief for Matt Hoover, who began the ballgame. Comes set. And offers. Slow roller to short. Coming up firing is Sweeney, and that's in time. Ball game. Senators roll from South County High School. They're winners 5-3. Your final. A big win for Southern Maryland. Sets them a game and a half ahead of both Metro South County and DC. And Ty Harris comes through with the save. Brilliant pitching all around tonight for your Senators, who win a solid 5-3 game. And man, it just seems like everything is coming together at the right time for Southern Maryland, who win it 5-3 in Lorton, Virginia. So glad you could join us on what's been a picturesque Saturday evening from Lorton. We'll be back tomorrow on the road as the Senators take on the Alexandria Aces. 5-3, your final.